What is good? I am back with another reaction video. Joe Budden went off on the latest episode of the Joe Budden podcast, and let's just say he is not a fan of fans who do not give him money. So I'm going to play this, react to it, and give you my thoughts on it. But let's see what Joe had to say about people who won't pay for his podcast. I do, but see what he thinks about y'all.
The Patronies, subscribe over there.
Yeah, we'll
the Patronies been loving us too.
Yeah, we kept them afloat.
They have been. I got into an argument with fans because they were like, "Yo, fuck, dude, you can't put everything on Patreon. They pay for it."
No, yes you can.
Yeah,
yes you can.
No, but the real fans, we've been there. I said the real fans don't mind putting their money where their mouth is. But that was the argument I got into.
Wait, excuse.
They told me the real fans. We've been here since day one. We watch here, and y'all just putting all this shit on Patreon.
Well, who's the real fan? The fan that's been there from day one, or the fan that's willing to invest? I'm asking.
I agree. That was my stance.
I'm just asking.
And I was told both.
Don't shoot the asking jerk.
Careful. It's both. Somebody told me so because I don't want to give you my money, I'm not a real fan.
Yeah.
No, it's not true.
That is true.
That's not true.
That is true.
I disagree.
How's it not true? How's it not true?
I'll explain. Excuse me. Everybody's financial situation ain't the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, $25 a month to somebody might be something. $10 a month to somebody might be something.
There's different levels of fandom.
And that's what I'm saying. It don't mean that somebody's not a fan because they ain't pay.
That's exactly what it means.
I disagree.
I know people hate to hear that. That is exactly what it means. If I say I'm a fan of Parks, and I have never purchased anything from Parks in his whole career, then the person that did is saying, you're not a fan, though.
And that's how I feel.
They're not saying, your financial situation is different. They're not saying, you're broker and you might not be able to afford it. They're saying, yo, you're not the fan that I am.
You're not really a fan. Now, if Parks, stay where you are. If Parks could quote my shit forwards and backwards, but the motherfucker that paid it only could quote 3 or 4 songs, who's a bigger fan? Parks might have never spent $1, but he knows everything about me. He can quote all of my songs. He knows my entire catalog.
Now you stay right there.
Wait, the person that paid knows the 4 bangers.
Now you stay right there.
I am.
How's Parks going to know that person knows all the words?
Huh?
How will Parks know?
He don't know.
Then what are you talking about?
We're talking about the bigger fan.
If Parks don't know, if the tree fell in the fucking Went Park and nobody heard it, who gives a fuck?
What are you talking about, Joe? We said, how are we determining who's the bigger fan? Parks or somebody that pays? That was where you started.
I stayed there.
Okay. Parks knows all the words to every song that I've ever made in my whole entire life. But he didn't buy it. Ice bought it. But he bought it for the 4 bangers. Like, he don't know my full catalog. He know these 4 songs, and he's a fan of mine, but he spent money.
I see what Joe's saying, though. I won't know.
It ain't about who knows, but yes, nobody knows. Who knows?
Yes, it is.
Who knows?
Yes, it is.
So
because if you know all the words to my song, come to my show. Let me see you sing.
Spend some money.
Right.
He might
buy a T-shirt.
Hey, buy some merch.
Do anything that helps me or shows that you are a fan of,
that you're invested in.
But you didn't get merch, you didn't get the album, you didn't buy nothing. You just singing the words to my shit around you and your friends. You're not actually helping me maintain and sustain. What are you talking about?
It's no different than a sports team. Fans buy their jerseys, they go to the games. Like, yo, this is what fans put their money in. And it's people that are hella fans that know every sport, every stat, everything that's never been to a game.
For me, Ish, a good example of what since we brought sports in, for me, a good example of what I'm talking about is the person that is a fan of the team because a player got there.
No, I
said for me. Like, it's similar to me. You not invested in this team's history. You've done nothing to support this specific
LeBron came
team,
and now you're a Laker fan, or LeBron came and now you're a Cleveland
now
fan.
you're a Nets fan because KD is there.
That's
but
whack.
You know we was in the ABA. You was there when Jason Kidd was there. You was there when niggas had to move from New Jersey.
When Kenny Anderson and Petrovic was out there doing their thing. I get it.
Was there when Hove and the Russian dude popped up. When they put the big billboard across from the Garden, they thought they was them niggas. Like, no, don't just pop up now. KD got there last year. You want to tell me you're a fan? Yes, you could be a fan. Though. You might be a fan, but the other fan is invested differently, and maybe that's a bad example.
No, it's horrible.
It's not. It's not. But I can see why you could
That's a difference. I'm talking about somebody that
together.
really.
And
let me preface.
Let me be clear. I appreciate the fan that Ish is talking about. I don't want to sound like I'm disconnected. If you know all the words and you're supportive in that way, I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. But in black and white,
no, what you just said. My argument with them, what I was trying to explain was, yeah, you could be the fan, the one that watches everything for free, etc. This fan that is invested more should get returned more.
I agree with
so
that.
while we're on vacation,
I totally agree.
So, but this is where the argument started.
I agree. Now,
this is where the argument started.
100%.
The fan that's invested while we were on vacation was still getting pods. Somebody hit me and was like, "Damn, dog, when y'all coming back? I'm missing pods." I was like, "But we dropped mad pods this week." And they was like, "Yeah, but that's for Patreon. That ain't got nothing to do with the real fans." And I'm like, "Well, the real fans are the ones who are willing to support."
And also, let's not look at it like,
and I'm not trying to.
Let's not look at it like the person that's on Patreon doesn't also know all the lyrics to the song, because they do both.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing, but I just was giving an example to Joe's point where we can't say who's a real fan versus who's a fake fan. Somebody could really, really, really be a fan.
You're right.
You're right,
Antoine. You're right. That's not our place to say. My broader point, I guess my broader point was the fan that helps the artist sustain versus the fan that helps the platform fuck the artist. They are to be viewed differently. And for me, that's going to always be a fact. Let me use us as an example.
I agree with that.
We drop a pod, since we're here now, let's do it, twice a week on most of the audio platforms, and soon we'll probably make a return to Spotify, and we'll make a big to-do out of it, right? And we do probably 1 million, close to 1 million, every time out. Wide, public, right? We ain't paid from it. We ain't paid from it at all.
Gotcha.
It just exists. Now,
for somebody else's enjoyment.
Now we have analytics to say, hey, we'll go out there and bring some ad money back because we have a top pod that we do for free that all of you niggas make money off of that I ain't made $1 off in 7 years. I do that for the love. That's where our love conversation stops. Y'all love it, know all the words to the song, and I throw the Lucy's out during the year. I still got an album to go make.
Exactly.
Right? So them telling podcasters to go get ad money based on your analytics is the same exact thing as the labels telling the rappers, go get show money.
Go get hot.
Go get show money.
Right.
Hey, go on the road. Go tour. Go sign a pub deal. Do anything. But don't come over here and bother our books. Now, right? So that's the equivalent of that. Now, move. Album time. Patreon. We on vacation. That mean you free niggas, y'all gotta move. But there's a certain allegiance, right, that you have to the people that, we going where you told us to go, and we doing what you asked us to do because it helps support y'all.
We love y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Only.
We love all y'all, but we love y'all.
We love all of y'all.
Extra.
But that ain't niggas. That ain't the YouTube niggas. We watch most of y'all niggas run and come back. Yeah. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. It ain't them. It ain't the Apple niggas. They don't even know where to find those comments at. It ain't Spotify. We seen what happened over there. It ain't SoundCloud. It's none of these places. So, yes, they all fans. You're right. I submit to that. But there has to be
a different
level of. I know I sound like a dickhead. I used to keep saying, I was in the public meeting. Oh, yo, I'm a big fan. Let me take a picture. How I know you? Like, show me a receipt. You bought an album? You bought merch? Do you know any song outside of Pump It Up? No. Niggas just run around saying I'm a fan so you can get some free shit. Suck my dick. No. Especially today when there's no meat, no cars, no gas, no nothing. Everywhere's understaffed. Nothing is free. If you're good at a service, better figure out how to go get paid from it. Sorry. And if it's 2021 and you ain't figured it out yet, you're late. You're late. Congratulations to all the people that have figured it out. It's awesome for y'all. I don't know how we got on this. Move on. Come on.
Title.
Congrats.
So that was him going off. All right, look. Some things I agree with, some things I disagree with. He seems like he even changed his mind during that sort of debate he was having with Ish there. By the way, Ish on that podcast is dope. But, so, they're not real fans if they don't pay money. Of course not. Some people just don't have the money to pay, or some people just don't want to pay, but they're still fans. The most interesting thing I found out of that whole thing was he's going back to Spotify? He's going to get another Spotify deal? Or is he running back to Spotify with his tail in between his legs? You know what it probably is, though? I guarantee you he doesn't pay Ice and Ish nearly the amount of money he paid Rory and Mal. So I'm wondering if he went back to Spotify for whatever deal they had offered him before that he had turned down. If you'd like, well, if I take that deal now, I don't have to pay Rory and Mal as much. Rory and Mal, and I'm going to pay Ice and Ish as much. I'll just make more money. I don't know, but him going back to Spotify. But the fans thing, he really wants you to subscribe to his Patreon. And by the way, he was on vacation this week. And they dropped a pod like every other day. But I pay for the $25 tier. You got to go sign up for that if you want to check that out. But here's another thing, though. They also get lazier with the Patreon thing. Meaning, and he's not the only one that does this. Flagrant 2 does this as well because I'm on their Patreon. Their Patreon exclusive episode, they'll just throw it up. They won't put in time because you notice they'll put timestamps and have what they're talking about. They don't do that for the Patreon ones. They're just like, here it is. It's only like an hour long. So you mainly care about the free one for the numbers to generate that ad revenue. Like me, I mainly get paid in ad revenue. Sure, I get donations here and there, but I rely on ad revenue. Because, and also, you also like it where most people are watching you. And behind the paywall, you're like, these people are down, but we're not going to put as much effort into this one because we won't have the most eyeballs on us. So, but I really want to know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.